everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic verb. Now, this is part 3. Till part 2, we have already done in our earlier sessions in which we discussed forms of verb and definition of verb. We also discussed transitive verb and intransitive verb. Now, in this session, we are going to do something very special. Basically, we are going to discuss some additional points of verb. We are going to discuss some additional forms of verb and their different uses. Now, you must have heard first form, second form and third form. But here in this session, we are going to discuss something very special. That is, we have two third forms of a verb. And what are the uses of those two third forms of the verb? Now, let's begin the session to reveal this. Now, these verbs are used differently. How? Let us see one by one. First, we have a word bind. The second form of it is bound. Third form is again bound. And third form is again bounden. Now, you might get confused that what are these two forms written in third form? We can only have one third form. No. Sometimes verbs have two different verb third forms. There is bound and bounded. How? Why are these two verbs? Now, because we use third form of verb in several parts. For example, if I write verb in the third form, it is verb third form. We also use this as participle. Now, what is this participle? Basically, if a verb or if a word which looks like a verb is in its third form and it is behaving like an adjective. It means if you see a verb but it is doing the verb of adjective, that is known as participle. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are the qualifiers of noun or a word which can qualify noun or which modifies noun. For example, if I say beautiful girl, now I am using the word beautiful for girl. Girl is a noun and I am using the word beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective used for girl and girl is a noun. But beautiful is an adjective. Now, if I say written document, document is a noun and it is written. But we have heard this word in the form of verb, that I have written the letter. So, written is a verb, third form. But here, when I say written document, this word written is behaving like an adjective. But it is the verb third form. So, this form is known as participle, though it is in third form, but it is behaving as an adjective. So, that third form of verb is participle exactly, which is a qualifier of a noun. For example, if I say developed country, now I'm saying developed country. For example, if I say the USA is a developed country, see, TRY. Now this is country, country is a noun, and what type of country is it? It is a developed country. But we have seen this as a verb. So this developed is used for country and it is just stating the quality of this country. It is behaving like an adjective, though it looks like a verb. So this is known as participle. And if the participle is past participle or the perfect participle, it is always written in verb third form. Whereas present participles are written in ing form of verb. For example, developing country. So developing is again a participle, which is qualifying a noun country. But developing is present participle because it contains ing as suffix. Whereas in which we write third form of verb and it behaves like an adjective, there is known as past participle. or we use it as perfect participle as well sometimes, but that we'll discuss later on. So if you can see two third forms of verb, so one is verb only and the second one is participle, not the verb. So we'll read this one by one in case of sentences as well. Now we have another form of verb, that is shear. Now shear, just to shave off the wool or shave off the hair of sheep and some animals that have fur. Now shear, the second form of it is sheared. Now the third form is sheared and it can be shown as well. So shown as participle and sheared is verb third form. There, I saw a shown sheep. So shown, it means a sheep whose wool has been shaved off or sheared off. Now we have another form of verb, that is seethe. Seethe means to boil, to soak something, soak in water. Now the second form of it is seethed. Third form is again seethed. And the third form can be sodden as well, but the sodden is participle. Then we have another form, that is drink. Second form is drank. Third form is drunk. And another third form is drunken, which is participle. Now if I say that he has drunk the juice, it means he has just drunk the juice. So that drunk is used as verb third form, or the sentence is in present perfect tense. But if I say I saw a drunken man, now man is a noun and he is drunken. So drunken is stating the quality of that particular man. Man is a noun and drunken is behaving like an adjective. So that drunken is a participle. We cannot say I saw a drunk man. That will be incorrect. But if I say I saw a drunken man, that will be correct. Now let us see some more verbs. Again, we have a verb melt. Second form is melted. Third form is melted. And another third form is molten. So molten is participle, whereas melted is verb. Grave, graved, graved, groven. Groven is participle, graved is verb. Cleave, clove, cleft, cloven. Get, got, gotten. So these are the forms of verb which has two third forms, one used as verb and another used as participle. Now let us move further. Again, we have some verbs. Shrink, then second form is shrank, third form is shrunk, and another third form is shrunken. Sink, sank, sunk, sunken. So sunk is a verb, whereas sunken is a participle. Strike, struck, stricken. So these are the forms of verb. Now let us see the uses of these words in sentences. So first we have sunken versus sunk. It means what is the difference between sunken and sunk. As I told you, this sunk is a verb, or you can say third form of the main verb, whereas sunken is used as an adjective, that is participle. Examples: the ship has sunken. Now here we are talking about a ship. It has sunken. Now the sunken word is incorrect over here. Why so? Because ship has just went into the water. It means something bad happened to that ship, that it is just going into the water. So it has sunk, not sunken. Sunken is used as a participle, which qualifies noun. We do not have a noun over here. We are not stating the quality of that particular thing. In fact, we say the ship has sunk. So this is verb third form. The sentence is correct. Now, if I say I saw a sunk ship. Now ship is a noun, and to qualify this noun we need verb third form, but that is participle, adjective. Sunk is verb third form, but we need verb third form which behaves like an adjective, that is participle. So the sunk is incorrect. Instead we should write sunken ship. Now with every word, with every form of verb, we do not do this. We can only write, for example, if I say developed, I can write developed country. Now, let us see a word. Now, if I have a word write, this is first form. The second form is wrote, that is WROTE. Then verb third form is written, WRITTEN. Now, if we have two types of sentences, one is I have written the letter. I have written the letter. Now it means something which I have done. I have performed some action. So written is verb third form. And if I say the written document did not have signature on it. Now if this is the sentence, now we are talking about a document. Document is a noun and written is qualifying it. So this is behaving like an adjective, so we'll call it participle. So here we can see that the spelling of the two or the pronunciation of the two words, whether it is used as verb third form or whether it has been used as participle, the spelling is same. It does not differ. Whereas some verbs are there in which the third form of the main verb and the form of participle, here the spelling changes. So these are the examples of such verbs in which the participle is different from exact third form of the main verb. Though that is also the main verb third form, but the participle is different. So this is the difference between written and sunk, because sunk is third form and it has participle sunken, whereas with the word written, it is using in the same spelling, whether it has been used as verb third form as an action or it has been used as an adjective to qualify a noun. Now let us move to the next one. We have verbs molten versus melted. Now molten, when a metal or when something that converts into the liquid form, so that is called melt, to get melt. For example, if we have wax candle and it melts, it means it's wax, it spreads. It is not in the form as it is. In fact, it just reduces to the you can say liquid form. For example, if the ice melts, it becomes water. So that process is known as melting. So if we see the sentence here, we have word molten versus melted. Now melted is verb third form. It means this word behaves like verb only. Whereas molten, this is participle. It means if I qualify a noun using this word, I will have to write that as molten. Now let us see the sentences. The plastic has molten. Now the plastic has reduced or it has just converted into the liquid form. So molten is incorrect. It will be melted because I need verb. So this will be the correct sentence, whereas the above sentence is incorrect. Now let us see the next sentence. When half an hour passed, I took melted metals. Now metals is noun. So if it is noun, to qualify it, we need an adjective or we need a participle. So this melted is verb third form. So this is incorrect. Instead, we should write molten. So the correct sentence will be, when half an hour passed, I took molten metals. Now molten is participle, which is qualifying metal, the noun. So this is how we use the word molten and melted. Now if I say heat has melted the plastic. Now what has the heat done? Heat has melted. Now what did it melt? It melted the plastic. So heat has melted the plastic. Here melted is used as a verb, as an action. So this is verb third form. Therefore we are using the word melted, not molten. We cannot use molten over here. Molten is only used when we are qualifying a noun or it is behaving like an adjective. There we use the word molten. Now let us move to the next word. Let us see some other word, that is drunken versus drunk. Again, same thing happens. Drunk is actually verb third form and it behaves like a verb only, whereas drunken is verb third form but it behaves like an adjective, that is participle. So drunken is participle, whereas drunk is verb third form. For example, he has drunken much. No, drunken is incorrect because their action takes place. So if the action is taking place, he has drunk much. So this is verb third form and it is behaving like an adjective. It is behaving like a verb only because it is an action. It is showing the action. But in the next sentence, as we can see, she has drunken milk. No, she has drunk milk. Now let us move further. Now in the same part, if I write a sentence, I saw a drunken man. So here we can see that man is a noun. Drunken, this is stating the quality of this man, that what was the condition of that man. He was drunken. So drunken is basically a participle. This is not a verb. Instead, this is a participle. Now let us move further. Let us read some more verbs. We have a verb beer. The second form is bore and third form is bond. Again, we have beer, then second form bore and third form is bond. Now, meaning of the two differs from each other. Seek, sought, shake, shook, shaken, shoot, shot, shot. So we have some another forms like here we have shake, then the second form is shook and third form is shaken. Now we cannot write shaked, shaked. No, that is incorrect. We have another forms of that particular verb. For example, if we have a verb teach, the second form is taught and third form is also taught. We cannot write teached. That is not the verb. So we have taught and taught. Slay. Now we have some other forms. Now slay means to kill someone. So the second form is slew and third form is slain. We have verbs fly. So the second form of fly is flew and third form is flown. Now we have another verb as well, that is flow. Now flow and fly differs from each other. How? Fly, for example, the birds fly in the sky. So fly is an action which takes place in the sky. It is above the floor or above the surface of the earth. Whereas flow is basically to be with the water, to just flow with the water. So we use the word flow for water. The water flows. Water flows. Now the second form of flow is float and third form is float. Now if I write something that is overflow, so there are words like overflowed. We cannot write overflown. If I say water has overflown its banks, it will be incorrect because water flows. That is why if I am using the word over, I will use the water has overflowed, not overflown. That will be incorrect. And it has been asked many times in exams. Now slide, the second form of it is slid and third form is slid. Spit, spat, spit. Spin, span, spun. Spin means to dry something. Swing, swung, swung. So these are some different forms of verb. There are several other forms as well. For example, if I write hit, so the second form of hit is again hit and third form is again hit. Now we have another forms like swim, swam, swum, strike, struck, struck, strew, strewed, strewn, stink, stank, stunk, stink, stung, stung. So we have some other forms as well. Now one more thing is there. Let us discuss. Suppose we have a verb fall. Now what does this mean? Fall means to fall from somewhere, to just slip down or to just get down. So that is fall. So the second form of fall is fell, and third form is fallen. Now, what kind of verb is fall? It is intransitive verb. I have already told you the concept of intransitive and transitive. So fall is intransitive verb. For example, she fell down. She fell down. So we are using this verb for she. She fell down. So who did fall? She. So she is the subject and fell is verb. So she fell down. So this is intransitive verb. But there is a transitive form of fall as well. Now, if I say that Ram has made him fall. Now, if I have to write only the verb part for this sentence, I don't want to use the causative verb. How would I write this sentence? For that, we have a transitive form of this fall, that is fell. Now, we are not using push, that he pushed him. No, he pushed him down, he knocked him down. No, I have to use the word fall. So the transitive form of fall is fell, the second form is felled, and third form is again felt. Well, this is F-A-L-L-E-N, fallen. So in intransitive form, we have verbs fall, fell, fallen. Whereas in transitive verbs, we have fell as the first form, second form felled, and third form again felt. For example, if I say money felt the fruit and vegetables. So of course it is fruits and vegetables. So here we'll write money felt the fruit and vegetables. So felt means that money had made the fruit and vegetables fall or fallen down. Dropped, you can say. So felled is used transitively because this felled is used for the words fruit and vegetables. Now if I say money fell down, so obviously I'm using this word for money. Who fell down? Money. Now this verb is behaving, this verb is stressing money, subject. This verb is affecting money. There is the subject, not the object. Whereas this felled is used for the objects. It is affecting the objects, not the subject. So this is the difference between felled and fell. Fell is used in transitive second form and felled is used transitive second form. Because if now let us write this in the form of subject plus verb plus object. Now if the subject falls down, we use the word fall, fell, and fallen. And if the object falls down, we use fell, felt, and felt as the verbs. So basically we can see that intransitively we use fall, fell, fallen, and for transitive verbs we use fell, felt, felt. Now we have some more verbs. Stick, stuck, stuck. Then we have tear, toed, tone. Tread, trod, trod. Wake, woke, woke. Wear, wore, worn. Weave, wove, woven. Now here as you can see, fall, fell, fallen. Fell, felt, felt. Leave, left, left. Lift, lifted, lifted. Now one more thing is there. Suppose if I say the woodcutter, now the sentence is the woodcutter fell the trees yesterday and no one stopped him. Suppose this is the sentence. Is the sentence correct? Look at the sentence carefully and answer whether the sentence is correct or not. Well, it is written the woodcutter. Now, what is woodcutter doing? He is making the trees fall down. Now, what are falling down? Obviously, the trees. Trees are objects. And if the objects are getting affected, we do not use this fell. Instead, we should use felled. Because fell is used intransitively, whereas felled is used transitively. So the woodcutter felled the trees yesterday and no one stopped him. This will be the correct sentence. So these are the forms of verb that we have read in this session. Now let us see some more sentences and some more examples. We have a word hang, as I told you in the earlier session as well, that we have some forms of hang. Hang. The second form is hung and third form is hung. It is used for the clothes when we just hung our clothes. When we just hang our clothes. And now if I say hang and somebody gets death penalty, he is hanged. That is H-A-N-G-E-D. So we have two different spellings of second form and third form. So the accused person was hung. No, because it was hanged. Hung is incorrect over here. But if I say the map was hanged in the study room, no, it was hung in the study room. So the map was hung in the study room. Here, will not use hanged. Instead, we use hung. Now let us move to the next one. Found versus founded. As I told you earlier as well, found means to search something. It means when something is searched. So find is used when we search something or to search something. Second form of it is found. Now we have a word found whose second form is founded. Found means to establish something. So let us see the sentences. The CM of UP found a hospital last week. Now last week shows the past tense. So here we need founded, not found. So second form of found is founded. Because he had, you can say, just did the inauguration of the hospital. So to do the inauguration, to do the establishment of something, to set up something, we use founded. So the CM of UP founded a hospital last week. Because we are talking about last week, so we'll use founded. Now Ria founded a bag near the temple. Now founded, it means she got the bag near the temple, or she searched a bag, or she just see that a bag was lying over there. So founded is incorrect over here. Instead we write found. This is second form of find. Second form of find. So this is found, that she saw lying a bag. That she saw a bag lying over there. That is, Ria found a bag near the temple. So these were some verbs which are used differently, and how we use such verbs differently, and what are the different uses of these verbs in the sentences. I hope you understood all the points. Thank you very much.